Good morning. We find ourselves at the midpoint in the fourth week of the Easter season. Today, I would like to just briefly talk about what we as a diocese celebrated 2 days ago on Monday, the Feast of Our Lady of Fatima. We were blessed by Almighty God to be able to ordain to the Transitional Diaconate Mr. Mark Awney, one of our seminarians who has just completed his third year of theological studies at Kenrick Glennon Seminary in St. Louis. Now, there is a distinct difference, not in the grade of that sacrament of holy orders of the diaconate, but as I noted, it's the transitional diaconate and not the permanent diaconate. The transitional diaconate, as with the permanent diaconate, when a man is ordained a deacon, he enters for the first time the clerical state, the state in which deacons, priests, and bishops function as the public ministers of the Catholic Church. Now, a transitional deacon, of course, by that very term, is ordained a deacon in anticipation of being ordained to the sacred priesthood at a later date. And it's usually about 12 months between being ordained a deacon, transitional deacon, and being ordained a priest. However, Mark will not be the only one of our seminarians ordained to be a transitional deacon. His classmate, Christian Smith, who is doing his priestly formation at the North American College in Rome, will also be ordained a transitional deacon at the end of this coming month of September, so that both will have at least, and at a minimum, 6 months of being able to function as transitional deacons before being ordained to the sacred priesthood. But to go back to the transitional diaconate, in what transitional deacons do and what permanent deacons do, there is no difference. Deacons, once ordained, they not only proclaim the gospel, but they are qualified to preach homilies at any liturgy. Deacons may witness marriages that take place outside of Mass. Deacons, and for the most part, deacons do this exceedingly well, conduct vigil and wake services for our deceased. They also can preside at and conduct Catholic funerals, which take place outside of Mass. They can preside at burials for Catholics. The deacons serve certainly the priest and the bishop at the altar with their liturgical functions. The deacons also have a responsibility within their assigned parishes to take the lead in teaching the Catholic faith, primarily to our children and young people, in cooperation with all the fine laity who volunteer their time to do that for all of us. But again, a deacon, whether transitional or permanent, is a cleric, and he is an official public minister of the Catholic Church and to the people to whom the bishop will assign him. And so we have been greatly blessed. And it's something that we not only rejoice in, but it gives us great consolation and great hope, because I know all of us, and especially all of you, pray so regularly for vocations in our diocese. And once again, God shows us in His great love and mercy He is answering our prayers. So I ask you, pray for vocation, certainly, but please pray for Mark as he begins his period of diaconal service in the church. Pray for his classmate Christian, who will soon enough do the same as a deacon. And by all means, pray for all of our priests. May God bless you in this beautiful week of the month of May.